This is Voice of Korea.
Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
We begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
We now present a mixed chorus, Song of General Kim Il-sung. Terrace, son of General Kim Jong-il. Respected Kim Jong-il, first Secretary of the Communist Party of Korea, first Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, visited the construction site of the rest home for scientists. He was accompanied by Prime Minister and the senior officials of the armed forces organs. Seeing the flames rising like mushrooms after rain at the place once with the thick hills and the construction site seething with filled propaganda and agitation activities, he expressed great satisfaction, saying he likes the atmosphere of the site where Unit 267 of the Korean People's Army is working, and the unit is worthy of the name of God Unit and Hero Unit. Going down different places of the construction site, Kim Jong-un put forward a task to build the rest home perfectly. He stressed that all buildings and facilities of the rest home provided by the party for the scientists should be built on the highly qualitative metal to become the fashion of a highly civilized socialist country and to be worthy of a prize in the world. He understood the need to set up the gate of the rest home for scientists in place and build a railway station wall nearby, which the holiday makers should fear any inconvenience in travel. He constructed and changed the floor plans being used for volleyball, tennis, and badminton into multi-purpose sports fields for skating in winter as well, and building a good indoor swimming pool, video room, and angling site, and public welfare and service facilities, including the bathhouse in the rest home. Noting that it is important not to destroy the natural environment, but to arrange the surroundings well in building the rest home, he stressed the need not only to plant a lot of trees of good species and trees, but also to create terraced vineyards around the rest home. He said it is better to spread white sand in the outer part of the Middle Age, and peoples under it and blood currents on the parking lot and the promenade. Kim Jong-un understood the need to push ahead with the work to establish a cooling and heating system for geosens and manufacture furniture and fixtures simultaneously and make good preparations for management of the rest home. Knowing that the soldier builders of the Unit 267 of the Korean People's Army are creating a new speed of leap forward in construction while building the rest home for scientists, he said with confidence that such a speed will make it possible to complete the rest home within the time the party had promised with the scientists. He showed his trust in Unit 267 of the Korean People's Army, and it is the kind of unit of the Supreme Commander which resolutely carries out any task given by the party on the highest level, a powerful strategic detachment and unit of the construction HQs of the country. He said he named it the unit of construction HQs of the country because all structures built by the unit in all parts of the country not only represent the consciousness of the soldier builders that they are increasing wealth of the country with their hands and their precious resolve to hand down perfect structures to the generations to come, but also intensely incorporate the party's idea on architectural aesthetics. He stated that all the officials and workers in the field of construction should follow the fighting spirit and working manual of the Unit 267 of the Korean People's Army. When passing down the construction site of the unit, they will read the minds of the soldier builders and make a firm resolve to work as they do. Respected Kim Jong-un expressed the belief that Unit 267 of the Korean People's Army would implement the intention of the party in practice and thus wonderfully complete the construction of the West Front and give it to the scientists. The resolution activities of respected Kim Jong-un were reported abroad between the 23rd and the 26th. The Chinese learning newspaper, Learning Daily, Hong Kong satellite television and websites, Xinhua Network, People's Network, News Network, Youth Network, Broadcasting Network, One Network, Reference News Network, China Network, and Moses Network, and the Russian DPRK report the news of its field guidance, the China Electrical Machine Factory, and the Taiwan Glass Factory. The Chinese Global Network and the Japanese Global News reported of its field guidance, the Taiwan Glass Factory. The Chinese Moses Network, the Lion News Agency, and the Hungarian newspaper Love Center report the news of its visit to the construction site of the apartment houses for HQs of the Chemical University of Technology, and the Nepalese newspaper Arupam of its visit to the General Machine Factory. The Chinese, Lao, Uruguayan, and Nepalese media carried photographs of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un. The Moscow photo exhibition, History of Friendship, opened at the National Central Modern History Museum of Russia on May the 27th under the sponsorship of the Communist Party of the Russian Federation on the occasion of the 65th anniversary of the historic first official visit of the great leader Kim Il-sung to the Soviet Union and the 30th anniversary of its official visit in 1984. On display at the venue of the photo exhibition were photographs dealing with the immortal merits of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and respected Kim Jong-un, who established, strengthened, and developed the relations of Korea-Russia friendship. Present at the opening ceremony of the exhibition were personages of the government, political parties, and organizations of Russia. Invited there were the DPRK ambassador, extraordinary and plenipotentiary to Russia, and its embassy staff members, and members of the visiting delegation of officials of the Communist Party of Korea. Opening address and speeches were made. The speaker said the photographs on display show the long-standing ties of friendship between the two countries and their very precious historical property to the peoples of the two countries, and spoke highly of the undying achievements of the great generalism Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. After the open ceremony, the participants appreciated the DPRK documentary, History of Everlasting Friendship. The meeting was held in Kyrgyzstan and the seminar in Tajikistan on the 22nd and the 23rd on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the Great Leader Kim Il-sung was held at the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Spoken at the events were many people, including officials of the People's Republican Patriot Party of Kyrgyzstan, the Kyrgyz Group for the Study of the Turkic Ideas, and the Communist Party of Tajikistan. Speakers praised the great achievements of Kim Il-sung. The seminar consolidated the ideological and purposeful unity and cohesion of the party around the leader and strengthened and developed the party into the most revolutionary and militant party. The memorial meeting was held at the National Theatre in Pyongyang on Thursday on the occasion of the centenary birth anniversary of the People's Martyr, Han Jin-suk. Present at the meeting were officials, traders, and artists in the field of dramatic art, reporters and editors of the media organs, and representatives and representatives of Han Jin-suk. Speaker at the meeting said, respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, who always shows great love and trust to the traders and artists of the dramatic arts, ensured that the significant memorial meeting was held, remembering his centenary birth anniversary. The dressing plant was inaugurated in the Ulti mine in Kagan province of the DPRK. The inaugural ceremony took place on the 29th. The new dressing plant has laid a firm foundation for the normalization of mineral production to contribute to the economic development and improvement of people's living. After the ceremony, the participants looked around the new dressing plant. The Asian Football Confederation State License Award coaching course took place in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The course was attended by coaches of the sports teams and instructors from juvenile sports schools and football classes in the city of Pyongyang. It dealt with practical problems arising in football teaching and training bonding. The course was divided into theoretical and practical sections under a coaching plan worked out in accordance with an outline from the Asian Football Confederation and the country's specific conditions. It was of great help in improving the quality of football coaches and instructors. An event took place at the Grand People's Study House in Pyongyang on the 29th on the occasion of the World No Tobacco Day. Present there were officials of public health institutions, ministries, national agencies, and public organizations, and other officials concerned. Also on hand were top members of the missions of the international organizations, including the mission of the World Health Organization, and top members of foreign embassies in the DPRK. Speaker at the event said the World Health Organization set the tobacco tax issue as this year's theme for the purpose of increasing public understanding of the harms of tobacco and further strengthening vaccination activities. Then the participants received the Beijing Dental Hospital. Foreign Minister Lee Soo-young, head of the delegation of the DPRK, spoke at the meeting of foreign ministers of the Non-Aligned Movement on the 28th. He said the member nations of the Non-Aligned Movement should further strengthen unity and solidarity, support and cooperation in the struggle to defend sovereignty, and continued. The principles of respect of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and non-interference in others' internal affairs are the principles to be maintained invariably by the movement aspiring after an independent and peaceful new world. It is necessary for the non-aligned movement to pursue the strategy of unity and solidarity and further strengthen joint action for defending the collective interests in the major international issues. The democratization of the United Nations should be accelerated to ensure the pivotal role of the General Assembly, the supreme institution of the United Nations, and effectuate the resolutions of the Security Council affecting peace and security, such as sanctions and use of arms, only under the approval of the General Assembly. The great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il led the non-aligned movement to emphatically maintain its character as an anti-imperialist independent force of our time and render the unsparing support and solidarity to the developing countries in their struggle to defend the sovereignty of the country and nation. and achieve socio-economic prosperity. Their ideas and exploits for strengthening the movement are admirably carried forward and developed by respected Marshal Kim Jong-un. The situation of the Korean Peninsula proves that the road of independence, the road of Sundong or Army First policy chosen by us, is quite just. The DPRK government will in the future too constantly adhere to the noble idea and principles of the non-aligned movement and make all efforts for its strengthening and development, Foreign Minister Lee Soo-yong stressed. DPRK Foreign Minister Lee Soo-yong sent a message of greetings to Maite Nkwana Mashabane on the 28th upon his reappointment as Minister of International Relations and Cooperation of the Republic of South Africa. Chapugain Jagannath, Chief of the Asia-Pacific Regional Office of the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Society, and its body visited the Tower of the Church idea, the Mandarin, the School Children's Palace, and other places. The DPRK Japan intergovernmental talks held in Stockholm, Sweden from May 26 to 28 agreed as follows. Both sides had an in-depth discussion on the issues of settling the inglorious past, settling pending issues, and normalizing bilateral relations according to the DPRK Japan Pyongyang Declaration. The Japanese side requested the DPRK side to conduct a survey of all Japanese, including the issue of the remains and graves of the Japanese who died in the territory of the DPRK before and after the year 1945. And the remaining Japanese parties, victims of abduction, and ancient Japanese. The DPRK side appreciated the Japanese side's recognition of the efforts made by the DPRK to settle the abduction issue in the past and expressed willingness to conduct a comprehensive and full-scale survey for the final settlement of all issues related to Japanese, though there is its previous stance. The Japanese side voiced its intent to finally lift the sanctions against the DPRK, which it has applied independently at present, excluding sanctions taken by the UN Security Council resolution. Action measures to be taken by both sides are following. Both sides agreed to put following detailed measures into practice at an early date, and to this end have a close discussion. The Japanese side. First, the Japanese side reclarified its will to settle its inglorious past, solve the pending issues, and normalize the relations together with the DPRK side according to the DPRK Japan Pyongyang Declaration, and take a sincere approach towards confidence building between the two countries and settling issues of improving bilateral relations. Second, the Japanese side agreed to lift the restrictions on visits of persons, lift the special measures of restrictions taken against the DPRK regarding report on money remittance and amount of money carried by visitors, and lift the embargo on the entry of the DPRK flag ships with the humanitarian missions into the Japanese ports from the point of time that the DPRK side sets up a special investigation committee for the comprehensive survey and practice. Third, the Japanese side appreciated the cooperation rendered by the DPRK side in realizing the visits to ancestral graves in the DPRK by the President of Japan as regards the issue of the remains of Japanese, and agreed to take necessary measures furthering consultation with the DPRK side in connection with the handling of the remains of Japanese and their graves left uncared in the territory of the DPRK, and visits to the ancestral graves. Fourth, the Japanese side agreed to continue the survey of the Koreans who went missing in the past as requested by the DPRK side, and take relevant steps through discussion with the DPRK side. Fifth, it also agreed to have a sincere discussion on the issue of the status of the Koreans in Japan according to the DPRK Japan Pyongyang Declaration. Sixth, the Japanese side, in order to confirm issues arising in the comprehensive survey, agreed to arrange meetings with the those concerned suggested by the DPRK side, and take appropriate steps while sharing relevant information. Seventh, the Japanese side agreed to examine the humanitarian aid to the DPRK at an appropriate time. The DPRK side. First, the DPRK side agreed to conduct a survey of all Japanese, including the issue of the remains and graves of the Japanese who died in the territory of the DPRK before and after the year 1945, and the remaining Japanese soldiers victims of destruction and missing Japanese. Second, it agreed to simultaneously conduct a comprehensive survey in all fields with respect to partial investigation. Third, for the detailed and sincere investigation into all aspects, it agreed to set up a special investigation committee invested with a special mandate designed to investigate all organs. Fourth, it agreed to inform the Japanese side of the survey and information concerning the Japanese, including the remains and graves of Japanese, remaining Japanese, and Japanese authorities when necessary, and to make reasonable discussion with the Japanese side on the issue of the handling of the remains of Japanese and corrective action of the survivors found in the court, including their return to Japan. Fifth, concerning the issue of abduction, the DPRK side agreed to inform the Japanese side of the survey of victims of abduction and missing Japanese when necessary, and when survivors are found, to inform the Japanese side of the and discuss each of the course of action, including necessary measures in the direction of attending them death. The DPRK side also allowed the Japanese concerned to stay in the DPRK, meet with the British concerned, and visit relevant places so that they can confirm what was suggested by the Japanese side as the survey makes progress and to take appropriate steps and sharing relevant information. Second, it agreed to make a prompt survey and deal with the issues arising in the report in various forms and methods through continued discussion. Pyongyang, May 29, PT 103 or 2014. The spokesman for the Committee for the Peaceful Reunification of Korea issued a full statement on the 29th as regards the recent provocative anti-DPRK confrontation with the South Korean military to straighten out the crisis caused by the 34-year crisis. The press statement says, now the inter-Korean relations are in the water stage due to the anti-DPRK plot and military provocations of the South Korean military hooligans. Great danger of armed conflict is being created at the hottest port of the Five Islands on the West Sea. Continued, South Korean public expresses apprehension, demanding the military for protecting in adventurous military provocations to find a way out of the crisis of the civil disaster and resorting to various gamble irritating the North. Park Geun-hye, however, saying she believes the judgment of the army is conniving at patronizing and encouraging the classic choreographic and provocative moves of the military hooligans. As regards the recent rumor about the bombing of the North Pole, she convened an emergency meeting of the security-related ministers and talked about provocation and strengthening of security posture. It is the South Korean military hooligans that are extremely crazed for confrontation with the fellow countrymen and war on the North. It is also the South Korean military hooligans that run misguidedly causing the violence of the war at home and the issue of the inter-Korean relations. When the South Korean regime is in great crisis with the following disaster, the South Korean military, including Kim Kwan-jin, are protecting in provocative frenzy in a bid to reverse the situation with military shock therapy. Park Geun-hye should contemplate, bearing in mind that her network with the military may bring big troubles in the future. We will not pardon but fully punish the adventurous South Korean military, including Kim Kwan-jin, the press statement stressed. The Supreme Court of the DPRK held a trial Friday on Kim Jong-un, agent of the South Korean intelligence service, who was arrested during his attempt to infiltrate into Pyongyang for hostilities against the DPRK after illegally crossing its border. People of different tribes attended the trial as observers. At the trial, the brief on Kim Jong-un, accused under the Article 60, attempted state rebellion, Article 64, threat, Article 62, anti-state propaganda and agitation, and Article 221, illegal border crossing, with the defendant. The indictment confirming the crimes presented and the examination of case here. During the examination, the accused admitted all his crimes that he committed religious activities against the DPRK abroad, maliciously slandering the Supreme dignity, allowed DPRK citizens to South Korea, made espionage activities on the DPRK, illegally crossed its border, and tried to infiltrate into Pyongyang in an attempt to build underground churches and collect information about situation in the DPRK. Testimonies were made. An expert presents evidences including religious books, storage devices, sex videos, and espionage tools brought by the accused for criminal purpose. In the argument, the prosecutor said the crimes are a direct violation of the security of our dignified social institutions and peace, and the DPRK rules on coming in and out of the border, and the accused should be extremely punished according to the law of the DPRK. He demanded the trial sentence the accused to death. In the proceedings, the lawyer said the crimes of the accused and aftermath of various areas. The accused frankly admitted and apologized for his crimes during the investigation. In order to give him a chance to realize more deeply how brutal and wrong his crimes were, which will include a powerful socialist nation ended by the war to be built in the future under the banner of the DPRK and Sundan ideas, and considering the fact that he helps the DPRK citizens in fiscal dissent from the humanitarian point of view, and he's also the Korean. He suggested the trial to lessen the penalty from death sentence. The trial sentenced the Kim Jong-un to life imprisonment. The crimes of Kim Jong-un clearly shows that anyone who challenged the Korean nation's ardent desire to terminate foreign interference and build a reunified, thriving country under the ideal of our national strength, dancing to the tune of the inter-Korean confrontation of the South Korean Catholic group backed by foreign forces, will finally face the trial of history. Civilian graduates of South Korea declared a powerful resignation of Kim Jong-un, a statement for the program. Their views that men, as regards the Soviet disaster, recently called reported that the civilian graduates are working on conditions being paid 1 million won a day and 5 million won for recovery of one dead body. The South Korean internet newspaper Voice of People denounced the reckless remarks made by the spokesman for the Blue House, saying the real problem is that the offended do not understand the sorrow and indignation of the people. Parents of South Korean students protested against the unjust disciplinary measure to be taken by the Catholic group against the participants in the announcement of a declaration on the situation, according to the South Korean internet newspaper Russia. Some time ago, the South Korean Ministry of Education threatened that it would discipline the teachers who posted on the website of the Blue House articles calling Park Sun-hye to account for the previous war disaster and demanding her resignation. It also investigated more than 15,000 teachers who participated in the announcement of a declaration on the situation. In this regard, parents of South Korean students wrote an article on the same website on the 26th, denouncing the Park Sun-hye regime as the very one that should be disciplined by the people. The answer of the commander of military responsibility of our side to the question raised by the social media, the newspaper of the Korean People's Army, as regards policy geoprovocative measures recently shown by the U.S. forces at Korean zones with a sharp confrontation between the armed forces of both sides, were reported by the Chinese Taiwan News Agency, Beijing Daily, and People's Network, the Russian broadcast, the French AFP, and the Japanese Global News and BBC on the 22nd and the 28th. The Indonesian newspaper Republika on the 24th carried an article under the title, Brilliant Kingdom Commander in Asia's Career. The newspaper said, last year, the United States conducted a first visit to test the DPRK from the outset of the year, taking issue with its peaceful satellite launch. In the worst situation, however, His Excellency Kim Jong-un defended the sovereignty and dignity of the Socialist Korea and led the Korean army and the people to make a first reform in the setting of a thriving socialist nation. Only victory and glory are always in store for Socialist Korea led by the great Kingdom Commander, the newspaper noted. And that's the end of the news read by Kim Jong-un, the Voice of Korea. My major opinion, children, O my beautiful country, we are not afraid of any storm and stress. As victory is certain, we smile up desperately. O jubilant is the place where we live, the bosom of martyr Kim Jong-un. O my country, realizing people's hope, hope of a thriving nation. Noticing the same, were purposeful French, founded in 1969 or 1980. invited to enjoy the song, Towards the Motherland. The garden of my dear home is motherland. Dear my mother, text me today. The person precious to yours is motherland.
Once was the criminal, kingdom of human rights violations. The United States makes public so-called World Human Rights Report every year and invites other countries to do it before death, talking about their human rights issues. Then, what will the United States succeed to talk about human rights? The United States was built on the team of all people, was truly killed in the American continent.
it kills innocent civilians without hesitation, persisting in sanctions and interference in internal affairs of the public under the symbol of protection of human rights. Some time ago, the American newspaper Washington Post exposed the human rights violations by the Central Intelligence Agency against prisoners. The newspaper said the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, interrogating prisoners, applied harsh torture such as throwing its ice water tanks and bumping their heads against the walls. In the past, the United States arrested and detained many people under pretext of war and terror, and repeatedly violated human rights through water torture, beating, and sexual assault. The prisoner of war global base in Guantanamo is the military of the United States, the worst human rights violator, the empire of evil. The torture done by the U.S. forces there astonished the world people. The crime homicides committed one after another in the United States show a glimpse of the inside of the future American society. Shooting passes by with firearms and attack of dogs are the commonplace. Children carry guns with themselves to school and shoot teachers and their classmates to death. Such terrible things are found all over the world. It is not only the United States that provoked the Afghan and Iraqi wars and killed innocent people under many centuries. There is no proof that atrocities committed by the United States. In the war, the United States is the king of human rights, the founder of freedom. It is preposterous for the United States, stigmatized as the world's worst criminal and killing of human rights violations, to talk about other human rights. The international community unanimously denounces the United States as the worst human rights violator. It abuses human rights in different parts of the world, and far from feeling guilty, persists in its ambition for domination of other countries and nations. One has to show that the nature of the United States engaged in aggression and murder, high-handedness and arbitrariness, and interference in internal affairs of other countries has already been displayed in history, and the movement of the United States seeking world domination, talking about human rights and terror, cannot work any longer. Have you listened to the continent lately? World's worst criminal, killing of human rights violations. This is the voice of Korea.
We conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia in 5 and 6 hours UTC on 14,600 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 11 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz and 13,660 kHz. For the Northern Africa between 16 and 17 and 1,894 and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 1,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,410 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South America between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 14,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz. And between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.